Oh shit! I think I forgot to change the goddamn game. Oh, son of a bitch. Hello, everybody, and welcome. To the final day. It is the final day. Kind of, sort of, to get through Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 for Monster Hunter. Now I say the final day because now technically it's Wednesday. Okay, at least in my time zone. Time zones are weird. And Monster Hunter comes out at, for me, I think 10 p.m. tomorrow on Thursday. It doesn't like fully release until Friday technically, but it unlocks early. So technically speaking, we have today to finish Kingdom Come, and then we have up to 10 p.m. tomorrow. But because I want to play Monster Hunter at 10 p.m. tomorrow, and I'm just going to stream all night, it'll probably be like a 7 or 8 hour stream, you know, up until work on Friday for me. I'm probably going to go to sleep after work. So really, the only time we have is this stream. If I can stream after work, and then if I can do a morning stream, or maybe a little bit of a stream after work. So we have like 3 possibilities to get through this game. We're getting through it. We're not through it, but we're getting there. We're about 70. We're probably about like 75% of the way through the game. Maybe actually a little bit more. But yes, we're getting there. Hello, Levi. Hi, Animal. Hi, Nex. Hello. So that's gonna be the plan today, man. We're gonna just try to ass blast through the game. I'm hopeful. You know, I really didn't think we could beat the game, but it's a really surprising how much of the content is side content, and once you're just beelining main quests, you can definitely start to go through areas way faster. But I think that's everything. I think I have everything set up. Yesterday, I guess, was very humbling. I had my first ever very real old man gamer moment. And, not gonna lie, it was a bit of a tough pill to swallow. I've been craving to play Guitar Hero. So I got a Guitar Hero guitar. And, you know, I downloaded Clone Hero, which is like the PC version of Guitar Hero and Rock Band and everything. It's like just a collection of all of them. Downloaded Clone Hero, picked up some songs like from Guitar Hero 2, Guitar Hero 3, when you know, the ones I grew up playing. Brother, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Like on hard, I could do it. I still wasn't doing well, but on expert, a lot of the songs, dude, I used to be able to like just fly through like Through the Fire and Flames on expert, for example, in Guitar Hero 3. I couldn't do it. This was like my very first very real gamer moment. My hands were just too slow. And they were cramping. Like they were cramping, and like my wrist right here was cramping. And I used to just be able to fucking shred out, brother. On all of those games. It's like, oh my god, it's happened. It's really happened. I'm old. I'm fucking old, brother. Look at these guys. They think they're so slick. Take out the fucking monk robe wearing one. Oh, yeah, you like that? Shit. Oh, yeah. He's done. Yeah, you like to fucking rob people, do you, brother? I know. I'm aware. Uh-oh. Not the crossbow. Not the crossbow. Oh, you got to keep that thing loaded, brother. Oh, you got to keep that thing loaded. Ooh, that right there. That's why you don't carry without a round in the chamber, man. That's why I always carry with a round in the chamber. This guy. Dead. Dead. Nice try, Stinky. Guitar Hero is what got you into playing guitar. Nice. Shredded on highest difficulty. All of them since Guitar Hero 3 had the Metallica game too. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just too old now, man. I'm just too old. I was too slow. At first I was coping. I was like, oh, it's got to be, you know, like the latency. It's got to be the latency. There's something out of whack with the latency. Calibrated everything like 10 times. No, man, not the latency. Just a skill issue. It's finally happened. I'm just too slow. I don't have the reaction time for it. I don't have the... Can't do it. And you know what? It made me really sad because it made me wonder if I can even still play piano. Because piano's like pretty similar skill set, you know, to like Guitar Hero, right? For the fret hand. I was like, man, I don't even know if I can still play piano anymore. It's been years since I've played. Humbling. Very humbling. Getting old.
Greetings, sir.
Starting to realize shit you can't do anymore. But that's life.
What would you like, sir?
Show me your way.
Show me your ways. She has no money.
Maybe next time then, sir.
You're broke. Get some money. Stinky. Hi, Canada. Hi, Hayden. A random guy ate my dog. I hate when that happens, man. So annoying. Do I fuck with medieval Bohemia? If that's where this game takes place, yeah. Yeah. Haven't played for 5 years. Yeah, it's probably been like 3 since I have. Who's this guy?
God bless you, sir.
Did you see a lad named Ranyak around here? He's a passionate gambler.
Aye. I suppose he was here.
It's
What
cold.
about him?
I'm gonna toss on the jacket.
Do you know where Ranyak is now?
No. But try asking the dice players. He played with them all night long. Maybe he told them where he was headed.
The last time we visited, she didn't even recognize us. She must be well over 70 now, isn't she?
That was good. It has to work out sometime.
She'll outlive us all. We'll see. I'll pray for her this evening. That's kind of...
I'm just gonna call you Republics. Because I like that place.
Are the dice players here? Just point them out to me.
Coco
At that
Buzzball?
table over there.
I
They
do
sit
not
there playing
like
dice every single day. The devil knows where they
Buzzballs.
get their money from.
nasty.
How did Ranyak do at dice?
Terribly. He had the worst of luck. I almost felt sorry for him. He owed a lot of coin at the end of the night. I'm not all that surprised they were keeping an eye on him to make sure he didn't run away. See you soon, my friend.
My God, you're all covered in blood.
That happens when you kill people. Yeah.
The innkeeper said you were playing dice.
Yep,
with
that
Raniak.
happens.
You know Raniak? Then you must have a drink with us. A friend of Raniak's is a friend of ours.
Thanks, but I'd rather know what happened to Raniak.
Impatient, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's
We can take you
wasted.
to him right now if you want.
Lead the way.
Lead the way then.
Come on, Raniak's waiting. Farewell, my friend.
Oh yeah, these guys are gonna try and jump me, aren't they? I should probably wait to wash up until after their blood is coating my armor, but you know. Gonna have to beat some heads in. I don't see him.
Hey, do you want to see him or not?
So where is he? What? Where is he? I don't get it. What happened to him?
We met this Runyak in Pshitoki. We even lent him money
Shiitake?
when he had nothing to play with. He swore he'd pay us back. Then we met here and played some more. Runyak kept losing, but he didn't know when to stop.
What did he do to him?
Tony
Nothing at all.
Soprano's dim.
That bastard brought it on himself. When it was clear he had no way to pay us back, we started watching him to make sure he couldn't run away. He started whining about having to go take a dump. We didn't want to watch him shit himself, so we let him go and said we'd wait outside the shithouse. But the bastard got the idea to flee the other way.
You mean through...
Aye, by crawling through shit. But I reckon it was deeper than he thought. And he never came out.
So he did.
That's shit.
That's
Sorry to hear
shit.
it.
That's in the shit, more like. But if you don't pay us what your friend Runyak owed,
Shut the fuck up.
you'll be even more sorry.
He wasn't my
He
friend.
was no friend of mine. I just needed to find him.
Then you're out of luck. Because we won't let you leave without paying. Either you give us your money, or you'll have to pull that poor wretch out.
How about
What do
neither?
you choose?
Suck my balls. Forget it.
Forget it.
That much silver? Hardly. If you don't want to join Runyak head first, you better pay.
Is that a threat? What would you say if I beat all those fucking ideas out of your heads?
I'd like to see that.
Well,
Get him, lads.
all right.
Hey, scum!
Yep. I warned you. Yeah. Now I have to wash up again. Thanks. I don't know where your other buddy went, but he was the only one out of all of you that had a lick of sense. He knew not to fuck with me. Smart guy. All right. I'm gonna assume this guy's dead.
Yeah. Oh, I want to go to the baths. What the fuck is swimming in here? Oh, I want to go to the baths.
We'll get to go to the baths, Henry. Calm yourself.
Ugh, what stink.
Where you at, man? Mutt, you shouldn't be running in this too, man.
Ugh. What stink.
Oh, where is he?
Ugh. It's a good thing Capon can't see me right now.
Oh,
Oh, I want to go to the baths.
oh damn it.
Oh, I want to go to the baths.
Where is this fucker? Get out of there.
Ugh. It won't ever wash away.
Worried about what his lover would say?
Oh, I want to go to the baths.
I don't think that's why.
Oh, good. That must be him. Oh, finally.
Fine, fucking Lee. Where? Where? Oh, grab body.
Ugh. What stink.
Ugh.
This is disgusting.
Redneck's about 200 damage. Holy shit, shit. Oh my god. Yeah, that bow's crazy. Almost a 20 damage jump. Eesh. All right. Well, pretty fucking nasty. Where's a nearby bathhouse? Got laundry here. I need a damn bath. I need a scrub down, a royal scrub down. Unfortunately, guys, we got to go to the one with the naked chick again. It's the only one. I'm telling you, it's not me, it's the game.
You pig.
Oh god. I don't think they're happy to be smelling me. This is what happens when you try and play Outer Worlds with like 0 or like 1 charisma. This is how people treat you 24/7.
At least take a
By the way,
bath.
apparently Microsoft came out and said that Avowed has sold well. Like they're happy with the sales of Avowed. Which, you know, a lot of people...
To your, what'll it be?
Ugh.
Aye, the bath.
I've heard the girls here can work wonders.
My girls know how.
Well, I really...
All right,
I'll gladly...
you search. Oh, I always get hungry after a fuck like that. I'll go and find something to eat.
Okay. Wow.
I apologize.
Oh no, it's a naked girl. Oh, thank God, I didn't swap it back yet. Okay. Wow.
You want to be outside after sunset, you
Shut
need
up.
a lit torch. That's the law.
Want to try Outer Worlds? Is it worth it? I mean, considering you could pick up the game with all the DLC for like, I don't know, probably a few bucks now. Yeah, I would say it's definitely worth it. I was a big Outer Worlds defender. Even like back when it came out, like a lot of people were kind of against Outer Worlds. I think I'm gonna buy a horse. Oh.
There was light.
Shut
and he
up.
saw that it was good.
And to be fair, I understand why people were upset with Outer Worlds because in their marketing, they really fucked up. They really tried to sell Outer Worlds like it was a Fallout game. That was just like a really big L for them because they leaned too heavily on like Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas. Hey, we did Fallout New Vegas. It's not a Fallout game. If you know that going into Outer Worlds, then I think Outer Worlds is incredibly good. I gave it my game of the year for that year. I think it was 2019. If you know that it's going to be like a smaller, more concise experience with it's zone-based instead of open world. And some of the zones are pretty small. But there's a lot of like freedom of choice and stuff like that. Especially like depending on the character that you create. I think that it's a really good game. The combat is, you know, kind of throwaway, kind of whatever. No, it's not open world. It's zone-based, similar to like a Borderlands game. And the zones are the planets. So maybe like a No Man's Sky type of thing. But if No Man's Sky, like, you know, you only had a few of the planets. But the DLC is incredibly good for Outer Worlds as well. Like, there's a detective DLC. It's probably one of my favorite DLCs I've played in gaming in many, many years. Mr. Breeze, thanks for subbing, dude.
Good doggy, good boy.
Make sure he's plastered every cutscene. I've been avoiding drinking with both characters. I wonder if there's a new stable dude since I killed this one. Because I kind of want a new... No Man's Sky is open multiverse. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying, right? If No Man's Sky just had certain planets, like if No Man's Sky had like 5 planets, right? It's like you could go between those planets. No Man's Sky is literally whole planets and a whole... I know, guys! I obviously know that, okay? I'm not a fucking retard. Of course I know that. Jesus Christ. I think it's pretty obvious what I'm saying here. Come on. Let's use our contextual thinking. My God. Come on. Listen to the explanation that I gave, not just the word No Man's Sky.
It was nothing, just a slight cold. Aye, a man would be calling for the priest, but women are made of stronger stuff.
Okay. All right, woman. A man would be calling for the priest, but women are made of stronger stuff. Sure, dude. Well, you guys can't vote. Got him. Where's the horse trader here? But yeah, and from what I hear about Avowed is the exact same. But the thing with Avowed is that they were actually smart and they came out ahead of time because they knew people would be like, oh, it's like Elder Scrolls. It's Obsidian's Elder Scrolls, right? They knew people would do that this time. They learned their lesson from Outer Worlds when everyone was like, oh, it's like their take at Fallout. So with Avowed, they came out ahead of time. They're like, this is not like Elder Scrolls. This is not open world, massive game. This is a much more smaller, more concise, you know, experience that's more heavy on like choices and multiple playthroughs through your choices, like Outer World. So, and yeah, I think that that's awesome that they learned their lesson. And apparently, Microsoft said Avowed is selling really well. Now, can we trust them? I mean, they said that they were happy with Hi-Fi Rush sales. And Hi-Fi Rush was nominated for Game of the Year. It did very well. And then they went and they closed down Tango Gameworks. So, you know, I don't know if we can really trust them.
Better for a wolf to take a few of them.
I guess since I killed the guy here, I can't buy any of these horses. I don't see anybody to talk to buy a horse. Damn. I want a horse. Bail. Worlds Part 2 was across all planets. It's a shame they want to do a reset because it's the only way that could happen. Worlds Part 2 was across all planets. What, Outer Worlds? I'm gonna be honest. I think this is on PC, Kiki, but this is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Oh, No Man's Sky. I'm gonna be honest. The reason why I will never touch No Man's Sky is because it's just too much video game, dude. Like, at what point is enough enough? Like, No Man's Sky has been receiving fucking massive content updates for like a decade now. And it was already like extremely ambitious when it launched. For someone like me, where I'm having a hard time even getting through Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which is a 100-hour game, and just, you know, normal open world. When I even hear about a game that big, I like just instantly am like, nah. Nah. I got too much of a life for a game like that. Like, that would be the only fucking game I played for eternity. If I played No Man's Sky, you know? It's like, I would be playing that one game forever until the fucking the end of time. With No Man's Sky, you can ignore the story completely, do whatever you want. Yeah, I'm not that type of guy, though. That's why I don't like things like Minecraft or whatever. Like, I like stories. And I'm pretty sure the entire story of No Man's Sky is like finding the center of the universe. Which already sounds like it would be tons of traversal and doing tons of stuff. Oh, maybe this guy sells a horsey.
Good boy.
Oh. Who the hell sells the damn horsies? Yeah, I don't think anybody sells the horsies since I killed the dude. Well, that's lame. It's part of the main quest. They made new terrain generation and stuff only on new purple systems. Yeah, I don't know anything about No Man's Sky. So that is a lot of gibberish to me. Yeah. Just, it was the same way with Cyberpunk. Like, Cyberpunk before it came out, CD Projekt Red made a tweet and they were like, oh, this game is massive. It's going to take 100 hours. And all of the like people with lives were like replying to that tweet. And they're like basically saying, okay, I canceled my pre-order. Like, it was a pretty big story back then. They're like, all right, cancel my pre-order. I'm not interested in the game anymore. Like, that's unfortunate. I was really excited for the game, but like 100 hours for a single playthrough is just like ridiculous. And I was very much in that team as well. I'm like, 100 hours for a single playthrough, bro. That's just too much. And yeah, then they ended up walking it back and be like, well, no. Like, it's actually 100 hours if you do a lot of the side stuff. I was like, oh, okay. Hallelujah. Because, I don't know, like, for me, if your game has too much content, it's an instant turnoff for me. I'm just like, okay, I'm not interested. Like, I don't want to only play one game for the next, 2 months or whatever. Like, I have only been playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 this entire month, basically. The game came out on the 4th. It's the 26th. I've been playing it since day one. And I had to, like, tell myself I'm not allowed to do any more side content because the game is just too fucking big. It's too long. This is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Master Shoe. I've been doing good. Munchie, how about yourself? What's an example of a game with too much content other than Kingdom Come Deliverance 2? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Just last year, I felt that way. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for me, it was just like, there's just too much here. Most Ubisoft games, I would say, are an example of that. Where it feels as if they went for quantity of content over quality of content. And so they just pad the shit out of it, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, stuff like that. They just pad the shit out of it, and these games become so huge and so bloated. I've played Ultra Kill, yeah. A bit. I didn't play all the way through it. I think I played like 30 minutes of it. I really liked what I played, though. But yeah, for me, like when I think about it, I'm like, I'd much rather play 10 really good 10-hour games than one really good 100-hour game. Is usually how it works in my mind of just like, dude. Because I'm going to be honest, most games that are very long, they lose a lot of their quality. It's just an unfortunate side effect when you're trying to like pad your game out as much as possible. And it's why I bounce back on the argument of like, oh, I want $1 per hour. Because I think that if we advertise that and if people make that well known, then you're only incentivizing game developers to pad out their game with like meaningless content. And Lawbreaker. Why am I a lawbreaker? What did I do? I think where games like that are really good is if you don't have a lot of money. I think if you don't have a lot of money, a game that has like 100+ hours is awesome for you. Or if you're just younger, like games like that are really awesome for you because you can get so much value out of it. And you're probably only buying like 1 or 2 games a year. So you probably want those games to, you know, go pretty far. So it definitely like makes sense from that POV. Like that's the POV I had growing up. Or POV I had growing up. Is since I grew up really poor, I was like, oh, I'm only going to get 1 or 2 games a year. I need to make sure it's something like a Skyrim or whatever, right? Where it's like this massive, massive game. But now that I've gotten older, I have way more expendable income. It's just like, you know, the money isn't really an issue for me when it comes to the game. So I would rather have something that, like, I know I'm going to get through.
Yarosh and Adder are back, so that's a reason to celebrate. Are you drinking with us?
Let's have a toast to that.
Toast? No, we get drunk like hogs.
Pytam się jej, czy nie chce wskoczyć na konika.
Ada, for fuck's sake.
A wiesz co ona mi na to?
She says she don't understand shit, huh?
Skyrim for me,
Both of you.
A co ty taki wrażliwy?
Did Henry take his sweet time?
Skyrim was kind of one of the first games. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember this, but back when Todd Howard was advertising Skyrim, he was like, oh, hey, it has unlimited content. It was one of the first games where it was like, it's unlimited content. And then we found out later, Ismenios? Sorry if I totally butchered your name. Thank you for subbing, dude. We found out later, you know, what that meant, and it was essentially just randomly generated fetch quests and stuff like that that were tasks. But for me, I don't know, Skyrim, I didn't really like it as much as Oblivion. I felt like Oblivion was a much more like concise experience, but it still had the wonder of the open world. It was just a bit dialed back. Massive games are good. It's in part a sense of bloated side content that it can feel boring, but at the same time a lack of it. A lack of so can also make it feel boring. I don't know. For me, just the word massive for a game is probably going to turn me off from it. It's very, very rare where, like, I play a lot more games than most people, and it's very rare that I play a game that's really, really big and it's actually really good. I think most of the time you're sacrificing quality of content for quantity of content. I think it's very, very rare. Witcher 3 is a good example of where it actually doesn't sacrifice quality of content for quantity of content. But Witcher 3 is like, you know, Baldur's Gate 3 is another good example, I think. There are examples of it. It's done, but most of the examples are like Ubisoft games. You know, just full of bloated stuff. A lot of JRPGs. It's just full of bloatware. Not very interesting stuff. My races? Totally, dude. Absolutely. It's the storyline of the game. You lose everything. You have to try and get it back. And then you have to try and put your king on the throne. And fight the bad king that's currently on the throne. Dragon's Dogma 2, I don't think had that much content, but I really enjoyed Dragon's Dogma 2. I don't think it actually had like that much content in it, but it was very good.
With a rope? Or are you this stupid from birth and I just forgot?
Nah, he's thicker now. If Henry let him choke any longer, he'd be drooling on his shirt.
Chcesz mordę?
Shut up! Fucking hell.
What biting your arse, devil, huh?
Yeah, I wanted to say I'm glad you and Ada are back. That I don't feel like it anymore.
No to my się sami napijemy. Na zdrowie!
Yeah! To us!
You should raise a toast to Henry. You'd be dead if it wasn't for him.
True.
I suppose so. Thanks, Shishka.
Ungrateful bastards. And we should all thank Henry for bringing us to the same table again. So, to Henry.
To me.
To me, then.
May he live long and longer for every drink.
Ah, how you drink, he live forever.
Want a punch in the snout.
Don't start, you pair of cocks. To Henry.
To Henry.
Za tę śliczną cycatkę z łaźni.
Only then? You have more, no?
Tell us about it, Henry. What happened?
Yeah, fighting griffins was really fun. All the monsters were really fun to fight in that game. I just wish there were more of them.
Ranyek's dead. God have mercy on him.
Somebody rammed dice down his throat.
Not quite.
Close
It was
enough.
dice that paid him back in the end.
Kurwa! Dał słowo, że
Just
tym
behind you
razem na
mean in this
pewno wygra.
context? Behind you is just engagement bait, guys. It's just to get people to click and comment on the stream, whether it's to ask about what the behind you means or to say it. That's literally it. It's engagement bait. It's the meta when you're making YouTube content, because YouTube utilizes an engagement-based algorithm. So the more comments, the more you'll hit a threshold where YouTube will push out your content to more people. It's literally just the meta strat. And as you can see by the chat, it works in spades. I mean, we've already had probably over 100 people do it in 38 minutes. It works in spades.
Ale znamy się jak łyse konie. Miałem go lepiej pilnować.
Don't feel bad, hey? He not want help and he don't deserve it. What about the rest?
Well, I mean, I
I
killed
also
Matthew.
found
but-
Matthew, but he grew tired of your pack. He prefers robbing old crones by the road.
Yeah, it's the meta
Zdradziecki
strat.
Zapluty szczur. Jeśli wejdzie mi w drogę, zatłukę go, kurwa, jak świnie!
What did he say?
Nothing nice, I'd imagine. But he forgot to add, Kurva!
What about the rest?
And Bahuta, he has decided to redeem himself, so he could pass the Lord's judgment.
Co za jełop. Nawet Bóg ma go w dupie. Ha!
He got to try hard. Wake up before sunrise, pray, give up meat and beer, and the woman's. Fuck. Poor bastard.
That's it. That's
How
everyone.
long am I gonna play?
So,
Until work.
we are the only ones?
I worked at 6.
Fortunately,
It's 12:46 right now.
remained.
So, to loyal brothers in arms.
Yeah, to us. Long live us.
I could play for like 5 hours. The beer is flowing like water. Energy drink? Yeah. We got Celsius Tropical Vibe.
Nice.
Sparkling
We also
Starfruit
have one like
Pineapple.
What did he say?
He say you sing now.
Boring as hell. Yeah, this is a game a lot like Red Dead Redemption 2, where you need patience to play it. It's made for adults. So, I'm sure a lot of people that are, you know, doom scrolling shorts, that's probably how a lot of people are finding this stream. I'm sure most of you don't have the attention span necessary for a game like this.
I'd be delighted. Underneath our windows, water flows.
It's not like a
so
Skyrim or
clear.
anything. It's a medieval
Take
simulator.
My little horse there and water him, my dear.
Yeah, there's not a lot of
I
fighting.
won't water him, no. No, I can't anymore.
It's better than him.
My friend, Janos love you. You most, my sweet other.
What did he say?
We drink to that.
Called out half your audience with that one. Hey, man, I'm just honest. You won't last in the stream if you're not used to that. You can't handle it. I just tell the truth.
Sorry, fellas, but I'm off to my bed. I just know I'm gonna suffer in the morning.
Shame. And I was just in the right mood.
For a chat more than the game itself. Yeah, some people do that for sure.
Oh, kurva. I feel like shit.
That's why I'm really surprised that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is seeing the massive success that it is. I mean, it's already sold 2 million units, which is pretty insane. For a game that's as niche as this one. I mean, Kingdom Come Deliverance is a very, very niche game. With it being essentially just a hardcore, like, medieval simulator. How the hell do I get out of here? How do I get out of here? Let me out! You guys get out of the way. There we go. I roast most of you guys medium style of your stream. It's true. And chat roasts me more than everyone, so. You know? I'd say it's fair. A bit like Mountain Blade. From what I've seen of Mountain Blade is way more combat. I always say this game is like Red Dead Redemption 2 if it only had about like 20% of the combat of Red Dead Redemption 2. So if it was the same size as Red Dead 2, but just 20% of the combat. Instead of killing like thousands of dudes throughout your playthrough, you'll kill like, I don't know, maybe a couple hundred. There's real, or like instead of taking on like 20 dudes, you'll take on like 3. You know, it's far less about the combat in a game like this. It's far more about the story, the writing, the characters, the RPG elements, building your Henry, how you want him to approach various situations, solving the quests your own way.
So, how did your trial by fire?
Yeah, it is a little bit more simplified, Ethan.
I still have both my shoes. I woke up in bed alone, and it wasn't even full of puke. So I suppose it was a success?
I'm jealous. At my age, a hangover is almost as bad as getting shot in the arse.
You always drink like that?
Almost always. The mornings are hard, but at least you clear your head. And often your stomach, too.
Welcome back, Grinwell. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's major, like, battles in Kingdom Come Deliverance in the first game, and I'm sure there'll be major battles in the second game here. But they're very few and far between. I think there's been 2 in the entirety of this game, and I'm approaching 80 hours in the game. So they're few and far between, for sure. Like, they exist, but it's not a core of the game. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people come into streams of this game, and they come in, you know, when the views are at the highest, which is during those big battles. That's when you typically see, like, the viewer counts increase, right? Because that's, like, the most instantly interesting content in the game. And so it's unfortunate because people will join, they'll see this massive battle, they'll be like, oh shit, what is this game? This looks sick. And it's like, whoa. You have to understand, this is the first time this has happened in 72 hours of gameplay. You know? This is the first time I fought, you know, more than like 4 dudes. Type of thing. Is it a good thing in your opinion? I was hoping the swordplay would become a bit more fleshed out. No, I think overall, my only 2 complaints that I have with the game is 1, the bugs. We all knew there would be bugs, but yeah, there's bugs. And 2, the simplified combat. Those are my only 2 negatives. Right now, I probably have the game at like a 9 out of 10. I really love the story. I think they've done even more for the role-playing and building your Henry out how you want to and having multiple solutions to practically every single quest. They still have that really unique quest design where it's never just, oh, go get this thing and bring it back. It's always like, oh, you go get the thing and then, oh, the thing's not there because this guy sold it to this guy and then you got to go talk to that guy. You have to talk to several people in order to figure out where he is. Then you finally talk to him. He tells you that he pawned it off on another dude. You know, there's like so many steps to every single quest, which is very refreshing because you play a game like almost all you play Skyrim, right? Play Skyrim. It says, hey, go get the thingy. You go, you get the thingy. Okay, that was it. That's the quest. You bring the thingy back. You know, there's not like all of these multi-tiered steps and like mysteries to solve with every quest. So they do that in spades in this game, just like they did in the first game. A lot of like mysteries to unfold and stuff like that. Multiple ways to approach it. But yeah, the combat is definitely like, it's more simplified now. And it's much easier now. So, you know, a little bit of a shame, but it's less janky as well, which is nice. It is less janky. Like, if you fight 5 dudes aren't just going to surround you and all beat the shit out of you at the same time, like they did in the first game, which could be very frustrating for a lot of people. And it's why I think most people quit the first game, is because they had encounters like that, where it's like you're just riding on your horse, you get ambushed by bandits, there's 6 dudes all around you, they all beat the shit out of you at the same time, you die. Uh-oh. Saves are limited, so I didn't save for 3 hours. I just lost 3 hours of progress, you know. Okay, well, the alert didn't work, but whoever subbed, thank you. I appreciate it. Very nice of you. You have 5 hours of walking and talking? Yeah. How's my night? I mean, really, it's my morning. I went to sleep at about like 6 p.m. 6-ish p.m. And then I just woke up at about 11. So, you know, I got a good like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. It's kind of my morning. I'm ready to go, ready to play. I'm going to be playing this for about 5 more hours. And then I'm going to be working. And I'm going to try and do a stream after work. So we can really try and finish this because Monster Hunter Wilds comes out tomorrow and that's just going to take over my life, so. Love it when 6 dudes run up and gangbang you IRL. Well, we all have our hobbies, man. I'm happy that you figured out what you like. You have some exceptions in Skyrim. Like when you go to get the thingy and then the thingy talks to you and tells you you have to kill people. Yeah, there's exceptions for sure. But for the most part, I think in a lot of games, the quest design is just so one note. It's always just A to B, back to A. Whereas quest design in Kingdom Come Deliverance is oftentimes A, B, C, D, E, F, and then maybe back to C, and then A. There's so many more steps to everything, and I really, really like that. And potentially, you know, maybe one person goes through the quest and they have A, B, C, D, E, F, C, A, and then somebody else goes through the game and maybe they're not a speech character at all. They're just beating the shit out of people, and maybe they only have A, B, C. You know? That's kind of the really cool thing about Kingdom Come, is I remember, like, after I played the first one, talking to my friends, and they're like, oh yeah, I solved this by doing this. I was like, what? You could do that? Like, yeah, no. Oh yeah, I poisoned the meal this one guy ate, and it knocked him out. And then while everyone was trying to wake him up and help him out, I just snuck in and I stole the thing I needed and left. I was like, what? That's so cool. I just walked in and beat the shit out of everyone, you know? I think that that's kind of the cornerstone of a really cool RPG for me, is having the multiple choices.
Now that your band is back, can we finally start something?
Aren't you a feisty one? But if you want to hear the plan, speak to Zizka. He'll tell you more.
All right. We did the thing. Yeah, it does oftentimes seem like Warhorse just knew exactly what we would try and do, and I think that's really cool. Doggy.
Here you go.
I got you some bacon. Eat it. Dude, that's a nice cut of bacon. That shit's thick. I'd be chewing on that for a minute. Yeah, I wish more RPGs made quests like that too. That's why I usually like Obsidian's RPGs, because Obsidian does a lot of that too. Obsidian will think of multiple ways to solve everything. Same with Larian. I think probably Warhorse, Obsidian, and Larian are like the three that come to mind when it comes to unique quests and well thought out approaches to several different situations in RPGs. Like, you cannot do anything in Baldur's Gate 3 that Larian didn't think of. It's impossible. Like, those dudes knew everything. They were such knowers. I remember seeing an interview early for Baldur's Gate 3, and a guy was like, so, you know, when you play the, what's it called? Dirge? Dark Urge? I think that's what it's called. Like, the super evil way to play, Baldur's Gate 3. I remember very clearly an interview where a guy was like, so, like, if you do Dark Urge, right, it's all about being evil. Can you actually be good? And can you actually, like, fight all of the, like, urges to be evil and stuff like that? And then they were just, like, laughing. They're like, maybe. Try it out. And I guess, like, that's a full separate storyline of Dark Urge that you can take in Baldur's Gate 3. It's about you, like, trying to overcome all of these urges and, like, become a hero and a better person. It's like they thought of everything. They even thought of somebody starting a playthrough as the evil dude and being a good dude. It's like most games would not do that. Most games would be like, yeah, you start as evil dude, you're evil dude. You know? I haven't played Avowed, unfortunately, just because I've been so busy with this game. But I've heard great things about Avowed. All of the complaints I've heard about Avowed, I'm not gonna lie, they seem very surface level and like things I don't really care about. I'm not saying, you know, it's bad to care about it, but everything I've heard people say is like, oh, the physics aren't as good as Skyrim, or you can't attack, you know, NPCs or whatever. Like, you can't attack certain NPCs. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't care about either of those things. So, like, how's the story? How's the writing? How's the, you know, problem solving? How's the RPG elements? Right? That's what I mean. Is like, it seems a little shallow. Like, Mass Effect is my favorite video game series of all time. And I think it's the greatest ever created. I think Mass Effect 2 is the best game ever made. There's no physics in Mass Effect. I can't just attack anybody in Mass Effect. But Mass Effect, for me, is one of the greatest video games ever made and one of the best RPGs ever made. So you know, I don't really care if I can attack random NPCs or if there's physics or something like that. I don't know. That's just such a like weird complaint. It's like very nitpicky to me. Everyone I know that's actually playing Avowed has really liked it. I only know one person that hasn't liked it, and that's because they're really big Pillars of Eternity fans, and they were expecting the complexity of Pillars of Eternity in the game. So, you know, it's kind of understandable that it's not going to have the complexity of a CRPG. Skyrim feels so shallow in comparison. I guess that's kind of because it is, but nothing scratches an itch like walking around Skyrim with ambient travel music playing. Skyrim is by design shallow, yeah. It's supposed to be as easily consumable for as wide of a group as possible. And that's kind of been Bethesda's strategy for a very, very long time now, is cast the widest net, catch the most people. But the problem with that, in my opinion, is that a game made for everybody is a game made for nobody. And that's kind of my feelings when I played Skyrim, is I was like, this is fine, but it doesn't have that Oblivion feel that I really, really loved, or the Morrowind feel that I really, really loved. But it is fine. It's not a bad game. Oh, you play... Oh, is it Xbox exclusive? Oh, I didn't know that, actually. I did not know Avowed was not on PlayStation. Huh. That's interesting. I didn't think Xbox did exclusives. I guess they do. Got banned for asking the dog's skull to be crushed? Bull ass shit. I don't think you got banned. I mean, I'm reading your comment right now. I don't think I'd be reading it then. Take care, Trouble Boy. Thanks for stopping by, dude. I wish Skyrim handled the war better. It literally doesn't feel like a civil war at all if you don't touch the storyline. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And it doesn't really feel like it even matters whose side you pick at the beginning of the game or anything like that. It's like, okay, I get taken to a different NPC. All right. I never really felt that way in Skyrim. Like, my decisions really mattered. My build really mattered. Going into something like speech really mattered at all. You know, I never felt that way. I'm 28. Born in 96. Sean. I'm an old man.
Good doggy. Good boy.
All right. I think we're ready to progress the quest.
I bring bad news from Kuttenberg. Eric's soldiers and the town rabble have torched the Jewish quarter. Fortunately, we saved most of the people. But I doubt they can form an alliance with us now.
Fuck. Where are they now?
Samuel and the rabbi took those who survived to Colleen.
Shit. We have to find Dry Devil and Capon and decide what to do next.
They're right here.
First, there's something I need to clear up with you. I sent Catherine to spy on Sigismund's camp, but I hear the two of you are trying to solve some murders in Kuttenberg. Should I tell her to go back to the city? Or are you two gonna drop the murder investigation?
Oh. Oh, this is a side quest we kind of have to do for her romance, I think. Oh.
Those poor girls deserve
This
justice.
is like a warning.
I'm definitely gonna need Catherine's help in the city.
All right, but make it quick.
Okay. Well, that's a warning right there. It's like, hey, you need to do this. Speaking of that, we need to visit Rosa anyway. See if we can romance her. Rosa's book. Help Rosa finish her book. I don't remember where she is in Kuttenberg. I think it's maybe here. I wish it was marked on my map. We can untrack this. What is this quest? We need to track the one with... What's her name? Catherine. There we go. Track that. 96, the last of the millennial. I was right on the fucking I was right on the edge, man. Yeah, my little sister, she was born 18 months after me. She was born just right after me, and she got abducted into the Zoomers. Do the gay mission? I don't know what the gay mission is, man. I didn't romance Hans for obvious reasons, so I don't know if there's still a gay mission or what. But I didn't romance Hans. And that's the only thing I've heard about people talking about, is that if you romance Hans, then yeah, there's some gay stuff, but it's like, let's real talk for a second. Why are you romancing a man if you don't want to see gay shit?
God be with you.
You're probably gay, right?
Keep the peace. And we'll stay friends.
That's how I see it.
God be with you.
Hey, listen. It is what it is.
Good day to you. What would you like?
But why are you romancing a dude if you don't want to see gay shit? You know, it's like playing Baldur's Gate 3 and romancing Gale or Astarion or something as a dude and then being like, what the hell? There's gay stuff in the game. What the hell? It's like, brother, you're gay. You chose to be gay. Congrats. Yeah, now you get to see gay stuff.
Where are the root hearts? No idea. We haven't been here for quite some time.
Thanks. I suppose.
See you later, my friend.
Oh, they're not here. Oh, shit. Does that mean I can't do the quest? This is the house, right? Uh-oh. Did I miss the chance to do the quest? The gay romance in Cyberpunk, I always do it for the extra cool mission. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think most of the time people just whine to whine. Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, by the way. Guess what? It had gay stuff in it too. Literally, the two bad guys in the game are gay. Now, you can analyze that if you want. What are they trying to say when the fucking two gay characters in the game are the bad guys? You know what I mean? But, yeah, no. Eric and what's his name? Yopst? Is that Yopst? No, that's not Yopst. I don't remember his name. The fucking turban wearing dude. They're gay lovers in the first game. Nobody cared. Nobody complained. I did meet one gay guy in a shack. In the first area, I met a gay guy that was in a shack. And you have to pass a series of very hard skill checks for him to tell you, like, the reason why he's living in a shack is because he was gay. And people found out about it, and they kicked him out of every single town in the country. So, I don't know. I haven't seen any, like, oh, yeah, let's go gay people. I'm like, the two gay people in the game are the bad guys. The other gay guy that I've seen literally got banned from every single town and has to live like a hermit. And he's, like, afraid to tell anybody he's gay. I'm like, I don't know, man. I haven't seen it yet, dude. Like, for me, I don't know. I haven't seen anything where I'm like, oh my god. But also, I'm not romancing Hans. So, I mean, if you're romancing Hans, yeah, there's gay stuff. Why are you romancing a dude unless you want to see gay stuff? It literally shows a heart next to the icon. It's not even like, you know, Baldur's Gate where you can accidentally seduce a dude. You know, because Gale tells you he wants to show you a magic trick and you think he's going to make a rabbit appear out of a hat instead of his cock appear into your ass, right? It's not even like that. It's like, no, this is the gay option. It has a heart next to it while you're talking to a dude. Yeah, Toth. That's his name.
You have a kind master, eh, Matt?
Yeah, I don't care about gay stuff in a game because I just don't usually do the gay stuff in a game. It's pretty simple. I don't play Cyberpunk and I'm like, oh my god, Judy's gay. This is so gross and woke or whatever. Because I'm probably, well, one, I'm probably playing a dude. And two, if I was a chick, I just wouldn't be romancing her. I don't know. To me, it's like literally punching yourself in the balls and being like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm getting punched in the balls. Like, brother, just stop punching yourself in the balls. It's really that easy. I've been doing it my whole life.
So, let's see what we have here.
Ooh, look at them dogs. Dirty dogs.
My god. Someone really did a number on her.
I just can't stop banging Hans. Why is this game so gay?
It didn't stop there. There must have been buckets of blood.
Cyberpunk as a whole was meant to be woke. I don't know why people complain about gay stuff. Well, the thing about Cyberpunk is that in the world of Cyberpunk, things like trans, things like gay don't like fully really exist because you can swap out your body at any times. I mean, there's literally people that swap their bodies to be children bodies forever in Cyberpunk. Like, there's full adults that choose to, you know, get implants and stuff that make them look like children. It's like, so there's not really that line anymore between like male and female, because it's like, you know, everybody has all sorts of different implants and stuff like that. You can swap on, you know, whenever you want. So yeah, that's the thing with Cyberpunk, is like, yeah, it never really made sense because, like, I remember the trans community being upset because one of the posters for one of the energy drinks is someone that looks like a chick holding the energy drink with a massive bulge for a dick. And the trans community got upset about that, and they were like, oh my god, they're sexualizing, you know, trans people or whatever. And it's like, yeah, that's the point. It's Cyberpunk. It's all about mega corps running things. Sex sells. They're going to do whatever the hell they want in order to sell things. And it's not out of the world of, you know, possibilities or even out of the norm to see a chick with a dick in Cyberpunk. That's how it is, man. That's just the universe that's there. So, yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, you probably have bigger issues in your life if you get upset about video games. If you're like really upset about pixels on a screen and what sexuality pixels on a screen are, like, you probably have some bigger issues. You're probably not very confident in your own sexuality in the first place, and you know, you probably should work on those things, because I don't care about any of that stuff. I never have. They're pixels on a screen. I don't care if one pixel collection of pixels wants to fuck another collection of pixels. Like, dude, who cares? It's a video game.
Jesus Christ. There's hardly any blood left in her. The place I found her must look like a slaughterhouse. I should go there and take a look. Her lips are bloody, but nothing more. Tongue's still in place. But if he killed her for blabbing, I reckon he'd have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he?
Not necessarily.
These are more like chops than cuts. Somebody must have taken a sword to her. Knife wounds would be smaller, and an axe would have made a bigger mess.
Has to do with the changing culture. They wouldn't let a game push Nazi rhetoric.
Something shorter.
What do you mean? We literally have school shooter games.
That madman cut off both her breasts and bits of flesh. But what did he do with it all afterwards?
It's a problem with financing, Kyle. That's not a problem with what people are allowed to put in a game. It's a lot harder for you to get financing, get investors in a game if you say, "Oh, I'm going to push a Nazi game where you play as the Nazis." Versus, oh, I'm going to make a game like Wolfenstein where you kill Hitler, you kill a bunch of Nazis, right? It's a financing problem. I mean, we got Hatred, which is literally like a mass shooter game. We get, you know, blood trails and stuff like that where there's VR games where you kill the shit out of like households of innocent people and stuff like that. I mean, we get a lot of fucked up games, man. The only difference is that those games are indie games because they don't get the finance. They're pressed to find investors that are like, hey, if you're like, hey, I really want to make a game where I go to a synagogue and I shoot up a bunch of Jewish people. That's going to be real tough to get investors on. It's not a matter of like, oh my God, you can't make a game like that. You absolutely can make a game like that. You can't, literally nothing is stopping you from making that game if you wanted to. But good luck getting any investors. It's not a matter of like a culture war or anything like that. It's purely money. That's all it is. Investors are going to invest in things that are safe because those have the highest yields for them, the highest ROI, return on investment. It has really nothing to do with like culture changes or anything. The reason why you're seeing more gay stuff in games now is because there's more gay people, openly gay people creating games. That's it. That's why. I mean, it's to be expected, right? If you have more artists that are gay or trans or whatever, then they're probably going to start to see more art that portrays gay or trans or whatever. That's what you're seeing in a lot of these things. And if you don't like it, totally valid. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's silly to demonize people because they don't like stuff like that. If you don't like it, it's fine. Don't buy it. Don't interact with it. Vote with your wallet. That's as simple as it is. Look at Dragon Age Veilguard. Dragon Age Veilguard bombed spectacularly. They put a lot of that stuff in it. People didn't like the stuff that they put in it. The game bombed spectacularly. And they got really, really laid off. Almost their entire team got laid off for BioWare. Just vote with your wallet. If you don't like it, clearly, people don't fucking care when it comes to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. The game sold 2 million units, which is well beyond anything that anybody expected for this game, even fans of the first game. And that shows that clearly people don't care if there's a gay romance in the game, right? If your game is good, people will overlook a whole lot of stuff. The problem is a lot of those games are just bad games. It's really not that deep. I think people try to make it way deeper than it is. It's purely capitalism. It's purely funding. And that's about it.
Alice, what have they done to you?
Did he really keep all the pieces? Nobody could be that sick, could they? Her face is a little bruised and cut, but nobody cut her there. But she has a dark ring around her neck. Was she strangled? The murderer must have had pretty strong hands, and her hair is all matted with blood and hacked off.
I think Veilguard was more just bad writing. Honestly, I don't even think the gayness or the transness was that big of a deal in Veilguard. I think it was bad writing. Tash was just a really, really bad written character. Even if Tash was straight and hot, and if they kept all the same dialogue, all the same voice acting, all the same writing, I still think it would have had the exact same issues. Because Tash was just... It wasn't that Tash was trans. It was that Tash was just really fucking unlikable. Just a massive hypocrite that was poorly written. Because Dragon Age Inquisition won Game of the Year in 2014. And guess what? Dragon Age Inquisition had more gay characters than straight characters, and it had trans characters. And it still won Game of the Year. You know why? Because it was much better written. It was just a better game.
Maybe there's something more to it. What if the murderer kept her hair like some kind of sick trophy?
Yeah, we got a little serial killer action.
Just some scratches and bruises, that's all. The killer probably surprised her. She didn't even have time to defend herself.
Let them toes. Why are we zooming in on toes?
So, the murderer must have awfully strong hands, because he strangled her and left a dark ring around her neck. Then he took a short sword or saber and started hacking at her. She's missing parts of her torso, but they are by the body. He also cut off most of her hair. He cut off her breasts, but left her tongue. Then left her lying there for all to see. To send a message, maybe? Or
See you,
a
Ethan.
warning.
Thanks for stopping by, dude.
Only if it was a warning for telltales, he would have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? I don't know why he killed her, but I don't think it's because of Catherine.
Yeah. Seems like just a serial killer. Couldn't tell if homie was trolling or not, so I gave him the hammer anyway. I don't know who you're referring to. Disappointing in the new Dragon Age game flop. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Anybody that expected greatness out of BioWare has probably like been in a coma for a decade. I mean, we had Anthem, which was terrible. It flopped hard, and then we had Mass Effect Andromeda, which was terrible, flopped hard. And now Veilguard. I did not have any confidence in them, just to be entirely honest. And I have no confidence in the new Mass Effect either.
You must be the local gravedigger.
That's right. They call me František. At least them that can speak do. Ha!
I like Korn. Korn is good. I grew up listening to a lot of like Korn, Smashing Pumpkins, that type of shit. I really liked it.
I'm Henry.
Greetings, Henry. What do you need?
That dead girl you have in the morgue.
No, I didn't like Andromeda.
Alice.
You've seen her?
I didn't even get through it a single
Poor
time.
thing. Who could have done such a thing?
That's what I'm trying to find out. Do you know anything about her?
She's gone to meet her maker. What more do you want to know? You want to take away a piece of her? Well, you can't. Not a hair off her head, a bloody scrap of cloth, or a thumb. You hear?
I don't want to take anything. I need to find something out.
Like what exactly?
Who killed her?
Why?
Just say behind you. I got the smoke. Can't you read? That equals ban. I'll warn you though, getting chat banned doesn't do anything to your algorithm. Just so you know. Getting banned in somebody's chat doesn't do anything to your odds of seeing their content. Whether that's a stream while you're doom scrolling or a video in your recommended. Just so you know. Chat bans don't influence the algorithm whatsoever. And unfortunately, it actually does the exact opposite. If you click on a stream and comment on a stream, then you're going to get to like the stream recommended to you significantly more often.
I'm in service of the Lords of Lipa. I'm to find out who was responsible for this murder.
What do the Lords of Lipa care about a dead girl?
Truth be told, not much. But it's at the request of her master.
Ah, that makes more sense. At least someone is trying to sort this out. The others weren't so lucky. It's true that Lumiere ain't shown no interest in her yet. I wouldn't expect that from him no more.
Who's this Lumiere? Another one of those gawkers and collectors?
No, no. He actually tried to help.
Help? How?
Well, he was investigating them others.
Right. You said she wasn't the first.
Aye. We had a couple of similar cases. Lumiere said they was all killed by the same murderer.
Serial killer.
He used to work for the local bailiff. I think he knew the first one what was killed, but that was a long time ago.
What's the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Bobby? I saw Wheatus and Bowling for Soup the other week. Good times. Hard nostalgia.
Do you remember how many girls were killed?
We've got a serial
You don't know nothing about it? Here, even the sparrows are squawking about it.
I haven't been in Kuttenberg very long.
I see. There's been one every few weeks for the past year.
Year? It was easy as hell to be a fucking serial killer back then.
Do you know where the last one got killed?
I heard some talk about it when they brought her here. But what do you want to do there?
Look for clues. Footprints, blood, anything.
That can help you?
That's worth a try.
God.
I heard she was killed by the town walls, close to the Hole in the Wall, a dodgy tavern in the Hoprink neighborhood.
Thanks. What's this Lumiere got to do with this?
Well, like I told you, he used to work for the bailiff. I think he was a scribe.
A scribe keeps records in the Black Chronicle, though I've never heard of one doing his own investigations.
Well, the old bailiff wasn't all that interested in the common folk. But Lumiere, he was quite helpful. Folk heard about it and went to him with whatever was troubling them.
I'd like to speak with Lumiere. Do you know where I can find him?
At his home in Bohemia Street, that's near the church. You won't find him at the bailiff's no more. I don't know exactly why, though. Seems he had some quarrel with the bailiff.
Well, man, I'm scrolling right now. I'm just trying to keep my mind on good thoughts. Remember, y'all, go see your doctor now and again. Just found out I might have disease at liver disease at 21. Sorry, y'all. Don't apologize at all, man. I hope the best for you, dude. You're young. Your body's resilient. You'll make it through. You'll be all right, man. But very good reminder to people to go to their doctor. I try and always tell people that. I worked as a medical laboratory scientist for several years. And unfortunately, I would always see people that, you know, didn't take their health seriously. They didn't go to the doctor very often. And they would have, you know, unfortunate test results that were biological markers of things that were not great for them. And a lot of the times they had advanced to the point where nothing could be done because they had waited so long. So very good life advice. See your doctor. I know shit's expensive over here in the States, especially. I know, I understand. It is, but your life is worth it, man.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
It's my pleasure, especially helping someone from the land of the living again. Actually, wait a mo. Speaking of the living, there's a girl what comes here and grieves over that dead maid. I think her name is Barbara.
And do you know where I could find her?
She said she serves in one of the burgers' houses, so either there or in the morgue with that poor dead girl.
Thanks again, Master Gravedigger.
It was good to see you, my
21,
friend.
haven't seen a doc in my adult life. Should definitely see one. At the very least, people should get their annual checkup with their PCP. At the very least, if that's all you do, at least do that. Get an enzyme panel, get your blood ran. At the very least, do that, man.
Here, noble sir.
Oh, she's right here. Yeah, this is KCD2.
Are you Barbara? I'm told you knew Alice.
Alice. She was almost like a sister to me. We served together for years in the same house. Why'd you ask? Who are you?
I'm trying to find out who did this to her. I'm afraid the killer might want to go after my friend as well.
Ah, I understand.
Who did you serve?
Our master is a local merchant. He is trying his hand at trading wine.
How did Alice get along with your master?
Fine. Just like with everyone. Our master is a bit
Oh, I didn't even
strict,
see you enter,
but
Kenzie.
he's fair.
Hello.
What's his name? Can I speak to him?
Why? But you can't see him anyway. He's on a trade trip to Prague.
It occurred to me that maybe he could have done it.
No, he couldn't. He was gone when it happened. He hadn't been home in several weeks. And besides, why would he kill them others too? He never even knew them.
I heard about that. And also about Lumir.
Well, if you're interested, go and see him. Maybe you'll catch him sober enough to talk sense.
Oh, baby. We're catching a lot of them with the bait today, boys. Oh, baby. We're feeding the whole family for weeks with these catches, brother. Yippee! Yippee, yippee! I forgot I'm supposed to say yippee every time that emote is used. There'll be a cooldown, though. Don't you fucking spam it.